as we kick off season 2 of the Bloxy Marble League with the qualifying group draw. I'm Gatayar and I will be commentating on the first ever epic video of the Bloxy Marble League Season 2, hosted by Team Lunar, sponsored by the Nebulites. Here are auto qualifying auto relegated teams: Fire with Less Impurity, Dragonflies were our podium. Team Lunar is our host, and 4 new teams will enter the league starting from the B League this time, which will save the bottom 4 teams from the B League last time. Here are draw groups based on their finishing order from last season. We will start this. They will be decided through a modified obby course, where the person that makes it to the end first gets to Group A, and the other one gets into Group B. First up, we have Lemony Touch and Spin from the Lemony Lunatics and the Whirlwinds. Some teams will opt to choose their representative from the previous season's obby, but some will not, as Lemony Touch there had a very good start to the Plinko, but unfortunately they choke after some horrendous pauses. Moving on, we have Group 2. Stellar from the Amnesty Comets versus Malfunction from the Glitchy Gladiators. Right now, Stellar had a good lead, unfortunately choked it at the end. Horrendous end to the ball section. Meanwhile, Glitchy Gladiators, who had a pretty poor obby last round, will be doing a lot better in this one. And it seems that, however, they are stuck. This will mean we were stuck at the end. Amnesty Comets will move to Group A, and Glitchy Gladiators to Group B. Next up, Oro Uno and Tropo, both from the Oro Tennis for Sky, both marbles that actually got individual gold medals last season, and that was during the hurdles and the sand rally, respectively. Right now, Oro Uno leading by quite a lot. However, it seems that the velocity gain, that momentum gained from the tube section can be very overwhelming. It causes them to gain a lot of speed. Indeed, sometimes it might cause them to choke a bit. I guess. Anyway, moving on, we have Withered Walkers and the Berry Blossoms, both teams with new uniforms starting in season 2. Withered Walkers with a completely new rebrand, in fact. I think it's our only team to have a rebrand. They will move on ahead of the Berry Blossoms. They were closely packed. They were very close to each other they were very close to each other until the end. Hmm, But let's see what we can do in the next group, which is the Sugar Rushers of Glucose and Chlorophyll from the Fern Freezers. Fern Freezers had a very bad obby last time round, and they will too. After leading the Sugar Rushers for a great time, the Chlorophyll, who completely choked it at the end, gained too much speed and spun and ended up being unable to cross that hurdle. Well, this makes it so that Fern Freezers are now the only team to have never finished an obby course, which is quite an insane statistic. Moving on, Illusion from the Reflecting Rodeos and Photon from the Loping Lasers. Currently, it is the team that finished second in qualifiers last time. I'm leading the pack, followed by the Loping Lasers, the team that got dead last in the A League, in second. Reflecting Rodeos first, Loping Lasers in second. Here are the qualifying groups as of now. Warwinds, Amethyst Comets, Oro, Berry Blossom, Sugar Rushers, Reflecting Rodeos, Group A, Lemmy Lunatics, Glitchy Gladiators, Fierce Sky, Withered Walkers, Fern Freezers, and the Loping Lasers in Group B. We will now head on to the 12 B League teams, starting us off with Wovey from the Pressuring Waves and DK from Radiation Nation. And currently, it's DK leading the pack followed by Wovey from the Pressuring Waves. As we can see, in the B League obby, it was actually Wivy and Isotope that were in the event. However, it seems that the order will be reversed from the last time round, as Radiation Nation easily beat the Pregnant Waves, our champions from the B League last season. Next up, we have Asian from Team Magenta and Whale from Surfing Sharks. Currently, it seems that Asian having a lot of trouble there at the ball section. As they move on to the obstacle course over there. The pipes are next. However, yeah, they fell off a bit and had to rejoin the Plinko board. It seems, yeah, it will be a whale win. The team that actually got dead last in the B League, will actually do pretty well in this withdrawal. Moving on, the Blue News and the Eccentric Electric, represented by Sierra and Accelerate. Sierra right now in the lead. He and it seems that it will be a pretty easy win. Quite shocking considering the Eccentric Electric were actually the silver medalists of the B League version. Seems yeah they even got stuck. We had to get them unstuck for them to finish the track. Next up, Jungle Fowl from the Crazy Chickens and Signal from the Green Satellites. Two team and yet another two teams that decided to have uniform changes from season one. Actually quite shocking actually seeing some of the choices that some of these teams made. Currently it's Green Satellites leading after Crazy Chickens choke at the teleporter over there. This seems to be a quite a common spot for some of these teams to have struggled in. Next up, Hopper Cloud versus Maros of Heat. Cortisol versus Locust. Seems that Locust and Cortisol were fighting for the lead, but Cortisol right now in the lead. Yeah, speaking as I was saying, some of the winners of the last round didn't actually. Some of the winners of season one didn't actually compete in this round. Didn't actually compete here. Bismuth, who Bismuth and Confetti makes sense since both of them are auto qualified. But Gress from the Berry Blossom, it's quite shocking there. Meanwhile, and yet another bronze medalist, this time in the B League version, unlike the Climber versus Hour of the Timers. Coniferous Climbers had a very disappointing season one, and so they will be hoping to try and do something with their season two, even with their 1 point penalty. But even then, they choke at the end, and Timers will be the team moving on to Group A. As we look at Group A, it seems that Firm Freezer and Sugar Rushers still are in the wrong spots. We'll have to let them change later. Whirlwinds, Eminence Comets, or the Berry Blossom, Sugar Rushers, Reflecting Rodeos, Radiation Nation, Surfing Sharks, Blue Moons, Green Satellites, Marble Seed, and the Timers will be the teams in Group A. Meanwhile, in Group B, we have the Lemony Lunatics, Glitchy Gladiators, Fierce Sky, Wither Walkers, Fern Freezers, Loping Lasers, Threshing Waves, Team Magenta, Eccentric Electric, Crazy Chickens, Hopper Cloud, and the Coniferous Climbers. Let's see what these teams can do in the qualifiers first, which will be 4 events where they will have to try and prove themselves to have a chance at winning that trophy. We'll catch you in event 1 of the hurdles for the qualifiers.